Okay, class, let's talk about scientific notation. So we have 5.5 times 10 to the third, which is same as 5.5 times 1,000. Now, I know we have all these little shortcuts. 1, 2, 3. How many spaces do I have? I have 5,500 or 5,500. But really, what are we doing? Well, like I mentioned earlier, 5.5 times 1,000. And if I multiply 5.5 times 1,000, what do I get? Well, let's see. Let me drop my 3 zeros. 5 and 5. Then I check. Okay, I move it 1 decimal. And I get 5,500 also. So it's the same thing. But you need to understand that this shortcut does not explain what we are doing. This does right here. So when we put something in scientific notation, what it's saying is that we're starting from here and going somewhere else. Almost like a map. Now, here's my Mr. Huerta. And he's going to travel over here. Well, what this is saying is we're going to travel and become this. And this is our map right here. So when we're asked to put a number in scientific notation, we're going to make the map. Now, I know you're thinking, well, let me move to the left. What's my rule? But instead say, okay, I need to make a decimal that includes all numbers that are not 0. 5.5. Okay? Now I want to have one number to the left of my decimal. So here I have 5.5 times what would give me that? Let me check. 1,000. So I know that 10 to the third is 1,000. And I know I get a lot of questions about, oh, when is it negative? When is it not negative? Now, ask yourself this. What is 5.5 times 10 to the third? What's what we just mentioned earlier? It's 5.5 times 1,000. And that's how you'll know. Instead of relying on these tricks, you need to understand, what are we doing? Well, we're compressing or making smaller 5,500. Then when we work out this problem, we're decompressing or expanding out into this number, 5,500. So when we're talking about, say, making a number into a decimal, so you have let me get my black ink instead, 0.105. Again, I want to picture that decimal here, right? Because I want 1.05. Now, I need to understand, yes, I have my shortcut, 1, 2. But what I'm actually saying is I want to multiply that times 1 over 100. Because then I get this decimal here. So that would be 1.05 times 10 to a negative 2. Which is the same as 1.05 times 1 over 100. Which this is the same as this, and will lead to the original number. Sorry, because I know I'm jumping around a lot. It'll lead to 0.0105. Okay?